Hey everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In this particular playlist, we'll be learning how we can deploy a multi-agent RAG system on Google Cloud Platform, which is GCP. So this playlist is not only going to be focusing on how we can create a multi-agent RAG system, but this is primarily focused on how we can deploy those agents, whichever we are creating, onto GCP, that is a cloud platform. So I hope you all are excited. This is the very first video in which we'll be looking at the very initial level understanding of what exactly the project is all about, what all different tool stacks we are going to work on, and what all different things are involved in this. So here is our very first video. In this particular playlist, you will be getting an ideology of how we can use or leverage the power of LangGraph agentic framework to create agents. Then we'll also learn about Vertex AI Vector Search, which is going to be very useful for vector search, basically storage of embeddings, and then searching with the help of indexes, creating indexes and searching with them. For all of these, we'll be using this Vertex AI Vector Search. Then we'll also be learning about Cloud Run, what exactly it is, and how we can use Cloud Run to deploy the backend services. Then we'll also look at the Firebase, which will be helpful for us to deploy the front end. So I hope you all are excited. So without further delay, let's proceed with the very first video. Now this is the very final architecture overview of whatever application we are going to build. Okay, so at the very front end we'll be using the React. Okay, React front end, and for the hosting we'll be using Firebase. Next, for your backend, you will be using LangGraph Orchestrator. Okay, so basically we'll be creating LangGraph agentic workflow in which we'll be putting all those agents and their communications, whatever will be happening. So basic architecture of agents is displayed on the right. So we will be creating a vector RAG agent, okay, which will involve the semantic search also with the help of the vector search from the Vertex AI. Next, we'll also be building the web search agent using the Tavily API. Okay, and then we'll be also building this agent of response generation in which we'll be using the LLM for creation of the responses from whatever agents we have previously seen, vector and web search. So this entire agentic workflow will be built in LangGraph, and this backend thing will be then served using FastAPI. So FastAPI will be using in the backend for serving all these endpoints. Okay, and then we'll be deploying this backend service with the help of the Cloud Run. So then we'll also see the Vertex AI Vector Search for semantic retrieval. And finally, we'll be seeing the Google Cloud Storage, which is GCS, okay, for document store and all other purpose. So, in all, this entire playlist is going to be very informative and full of generative AI content. So, in all, this entire playlist is going to be very informative. So, just to have a very basic difference between traditional RAG architecture and agentic architecture, here is something which I have presented in front of you. So in traditional RAG, what happens is whenever a user puts a query, there is a fixed retriever, a vector store basically. It may be a vector store, it may be a web store. Okay, whatever store it is there, it is a fixed store. From that, we retrieve the particular information based on the relevance of that particular user query, and then we put it in the LLM for further answer response generation. Okay, and then finally we give the answer. So this is a very traditional RAG. There is no intelligence involved. The entire thing is sequential and dependent on the previous one. But in agentic RAG, okay, what happens is based on the user query, we have a reasoning agent, basically an orchestrator, which will intelligently, based on the user query, route the workflow, or I would say the control, to the proper particular retrieval stores. Okay, so for example, based on the user query, it decides whether it is relevant based on our vector store, whether it is relevant based on the web search, or whether it is requiring hybrid mode, that means both vector and web search. So intelligently it orchestrates the flow, and finally it generates the response based on whatever context is retrieved. So this is a basic difference between agentic RAG and traditional RAG. In this particular video, we'll be building an agentic RAG. Okay, next. Now, why we have used LangGraph for creating the entire workflow? So LangGraph is very popular, you might have heard about it. I also have created a playlist on LangGraph. If you haven't watched that, please have a look at it in my channel. Okay, there is a LangGraph playlist in that I have created some videos. Surely it will be helpful for you. Now, why exactly LangGraph? Because LangGraph provides a stateful AI workflows. So basically, it maintains the context across multi-step agent interactions persistently. Okay, so basically, there is a concept called as state, which we maintain throughout the entire pipeline. So that state becomes a common open book for everyone to write whatever updates they have done, okay, so far, and whatever are the constant variables we are using throughout the workflow. Okay, so by the end of the entire workflow we get a proper analysis of what was the actual input, what was the output at each and every stage. Next, it provides the multi-agent orchestration, and it's very simple. Also, we have full control to actually write or design the entire workflow. So basically, it provides us the coordination of specialized agents for complex task decompositions. Then it also involves the conditional routing, so we can put conditions. As I already said, we can have the full control in this particular entire workflow designing. So that is why we can put some conditional routing also. Based on our condition, the agent will route to specific task. Next, we also get a support of tool calling in the LangGraph. Okay, it also supports the cyclic execution. That means, for example, if you want to have loops in your entire workflow multiple times, if a particular task needs to be done, that can also be possible with the help of LangGraph. So LangGraph in and all provides every single thing whatever a generative AI engineer requires. So that is why we are using LangGraph. And then we will be using the Vertex AI Vector Search. Now, the primary reason behind using this Vertex AI Vector Search is to first understand the logic of how Vertex AI Vector Search works. And in production cases, mostly if the company uses the GCP platform, they will always prefer this Vertex AI Vector Search for storing the vector data, managing the vector database. Okay, basically it provides all these features. It has a managed vector database, it has a fully managed infrastructure, no ops is required, no ops overhead is required here. Okay, it provides us the semantic similarity search. Okay, to be very precise, it provides us two main indexing algorithms, okay, which are based on ANN, that is approximate nearest neighbors. Okay, and it is proven to be used at billion scale. Next, it promises us to provide the low latency retrieval. So basically, it is massively fast. Okay, next, it is having a support of production scalability, so we can auto scale to millions of vectors seamlessly. Okay, so this is what is the uniqueness of this particular Vertex AI vector search, which makes it very prominent to use. Next, it supports the hybrid retrieval. Okay, and then it also has the seamless integration with the GCP, right? So since GCP itself provides this particular feature, so the integration becomes very seamless and useful, and very simple. Okay, so I hope all these features are sufficient for you to choose the Vertex AI vector search. Now, this is the complete tech stack that we are going to use. Okay, so for the AI part, we are going to use LangGraph, LangChain, Vertex AI Vector Search, Groq LLM. So, we'll be using LLM from the Groq provider. Now, you can also use the LLMs from the GCP itself, but in this particular video, I am using it from the Groq provider. Okay, then for the web search, we are using the Tavily Web Search. This Tavily API the Tavily provides the web search API through which we can simply search on the web. Okay, apart from this, you can also use DuckDuckGo search or your custom web search tool, which you can create with the help of scraper tools. Cool. Next, we have the backend. Okay, the backend thing will be built using FastAPI, Python, and Docker. Okay, and for the front end thing, we'll be using React and Vite. For the deployment purpose, we'll be specifically using the Cloud Run from GCP. Okay, then we'll be using Firebase Hosting for front end. Then we'll be using the Cloud Build CI/CD. Okay, so this will be based on Docker. I hope the entire complete tech stack is clear to you all. Now, this is the project structure. Okay, we'll be having the front end folder and back end folder, and in that we'll be having certain files, okay, which are going to have their own significances. Don't worry, we'll be seeing all these in detail when we'll look at the actual project, code wise. Then apart from this, we'll also have the cloud build YAML file, which is going to contain your YAML pipeline, and then we'll be having the project YAML file, which will be having all your dependencies. Okay, so this is our very project structure. Now, what all GCP services we are going to use? Let's have a look at it. So, very first is Vertex AI Vector Search we'll be using. Okay, uh, then we'll be using Cloud Run, which provides a serverless container execution platform. Okay, then we'll be using the cloud storage, which will be used for storing our very objects or PDFs, whatever is our very input. Okay, we'll be using the GCS, that is Google Cloud Storage. Then we'll be using the artifact registry for Docker image repo. So whatever image you are going to build for your application backend, your image, you will store that in the artifact registry. Okay, so for that, this particular service is needed. Then we'll be using the service of cloud build, which will be used for building our pipeline. Okay, whatever Docker image we are going to build, this cloud build will be used for it. Okay, for the CI/CD automation. Okay, we'll be using this. Next, we'll be using the Firebase hosting for global CDN for React frontend. Okay, so for deploying our very frontend, we'll be using this Firebase hosting. Then we'll be using the IAM and service account services for securely accessing all these services. Okay, so for security and access control layer, we'll be using the IAM and service accounts. So in all, using all these services will make our application production ready in terms of AI infrastructure, scalable, since we are using the Vertex AI Vector Search, and we'll be having a managed deployment ecosystem. So I hope you are aware now about what all services we are going to use from GCP. Now let's have a look at the quick demo, whatever application we are going to build. So this is our UI for the application that we have built. Okay, so this is a RAG. So this will take the user query, and behind the scenes will trigger the RAG pipeline, which has a reasoning agent which will be deciding whether the query is relevant to our vector store data, or it is not. If not, then if it is relevant to the web search, it will route the control to the web search and will fetch the proper information out of it. So let's check for some queries. Okay, so I have one query which is based on the data which I have fed in the vector store. Okay, so this is the query. How did Mira help Nova Crest uncover the corporate espionage threat before the IPO? So this is our query which is related to the vector store. So the agent, the reasoning agent should route it to the vector store. So let's hit enter, and you can see the pipeline has got triggered and we have got this response, and you can see it is very quick. So you can see it has retrieved it from the PDF. So this is why it has written PDF over here, and this is the very answer that we have got. Similarly, let's try to check the web search whether it is working or not. And you can also see that this particular application is deployed and is running on this particular URL, which is a Firebase URL. Okay. So this is our very question. So currently it is the May month in the 2026 year. Okay. Now in this we have put the question, what did the Pentagon release on May 8, 2026 regarding the UFOs? Okay. So let's put this particular query, and it should intelligently route to the web search. As you can see, it has routed to the web search and it has gained this particular information. So on May 8, the Pentagon released a batch of previously secret files documenting reports of UFOs, and you can see all the information is correct. Okay, so it has intelligently routed to the web search and has collected the information and given it to the LLM. Okay, so this is how our very RAG is working. Okay, it's an agentic RAG. Now again, our motto is not just to create a agentic RAG, we'll be also deploying it. Okay, so you will also get an understanding of the GCP services, how to use it, how to deploy your application, and how to make it production ready. Okay, so I hope you are excited. So stay tuned for the next video in which we'll be looking into the details of this building of these application and putting it onto the production. Okay. So if you guys have any single doubt, put it in the comment section. I'll be happy to solve it. For more such videos, do like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Also hit the bell icon, and don't forget to follow me on Instagram. Please join me on Telegram. Thanks for watching. Have a good day ahead.